What's up, everybody? What's today? You know, it is Fresh2020. It's the VlogKast with a K, the VlogKast daily. Yeah, it's Wednesday, hell of a hump day, July 29th. Feels like it's significant. Significance is what you make it turn up the volume, because I don't want to drown out my own voice. I don't want to do anything other than pro-choice. I love life, but life don't love me all the time. You can cry about it, but you shouldn't cry more than twice. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 1 mouth, 1 asshole, 1 in the state, 1 in the city of LA. Don't he seem like he was a chronic masturbator? Probably peed his bed to the 11th grade or something close. It's just, I can tell, I can get a sense of people very well. I need very little information, data points, to see the whole picture. Attaboy. I'm not necessarily artistically inclined. What's interesting I find is the relationships, the ratio of attempts to engage with the peace officers these days. 2 in SUVs, they were rolling around this area. I had stopped because it's not safe to text and drive, so I had to take my time. I rolled down my window, said, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing today? I'll be on my way just as soon as you leave, because let's face it, I know I'm not the only melanated member of society to put himself over." What's cracking? Oh man, you know what I'm enjoying? My crystal. And I know I'm in the Antelope Valley, so that can be like easily mistaken for crystal meth. But I'm talking about my blue onyx crystal. Oh, I love it so much. That was the topic I was discussing yesterday. Crystals, etc. Extrasensory perception, psychic abilities. What did y'all think of that? I think I lost some subscribers after that. I don't rightly give a fuck, but I just thought it was interesting. Could just be a glitch. YouTube changed their algorithm. They up to some bullshit, baby. I tell you what, they up to some nonsense. I can tell. Most people can't tell, but I can tell. I could tell. So, I think I was telling you about my friend. Yesterday I was doing this video check with. Need some more light in this bitch. And I was telling him about, I was telling him how other people seem to tell me that I have some type of, psychic ability, or I'll just call it really great timing. That's what I've heard that my whole life, God. Fantastic timing. Whether it's showing up, being somewhere, or just right place, right time, or like comedic timing when it comes to delivery. And it's really all in the pause. Let's keep it real. It's all in the pause. And so he was kind of just like, that's interesting, whatever. As long as it's not Reiki. That's what he said. I get it. So we talked, hung up with him, and I had to do something. I had to do something online, a transaction that it was a deadline that I had to do it, and I always forget because I'm on the West Coast, and a lot of things are East Coast time. Hit the button, do the thing. It's processing. I can't really tell. It looks like I got it in on time. And then I emailed customer service, and he said, "I've never seen this before, but literally you made it by 1 second." And he showed me the timestamp. It was 7 29 and 59 seconds. 1 second. And I'm telling you, every day, something like that happens to me. And I know what you're thinking. Well, that's just a coincidence. That's just a little bit of silliness. I don't know. Read into it what you make it. What do you think about manifesting? What do you think about the secret? What do you think about attracting with the power of your mind things into your life? Whether that be love, whether that be money, whether that be resources. What do you think about that? Is that just something that people say? Is it something that a few weirdos believe? Is it something that rich people say to make poor people feel stupid about why they don't have anything? Is it the equivalent of, was it Tim Pool? Somebody, who's I talking to? Or no, talking to. Who was I listening to that said, I hate that pull yourself up by your bootstraps nonsense when so many of us don't have boots. Thought that was a great point. Scarcity, abundance. We talk about this periodically, right? Scarcity versus abundance. Scarcity is like just what it sounds. Things are scarce. There's not enough to go around. There's a shortage. And so, mine, gimme. Zero-sum game. If you have it, that means that I can't have it. If I have it, it means you can't have it, right? I'm trying to think of an example, like if you want a place to live in Manhattan, New York, NYC, baby. The chances of finding a vacant apartment that you can rent they're probably very scarce. There's not more land that's going to be added onto Manhattan. What is it? 6 miles by whatever, who cares? So they keep building up. So that maybe that's an abundance mindset. Sure, there's not more surface area, but we can certainly build up like skyscrapers, right? And I think that mindset in a lot of big cities, major metropolitan areas, if you're only in that area, it's going to look like there's not a lot of space. There's not a lot of room. Scarcity. But if you venture out into the rural areas, you'll be like, man, this is abundant. Land is abundant. Parking is abundant. Space, right? And those are two silly examples. They're just, geographic illustrations of a point. Most people, I would say, learn about scarcity versus abundance in the arena of entrepreneurship, sales, business, right? And it's also, I would say, runs parallel with the concept of fear and greed. Not necessarily. That might be a bad comparison. But when it comes to money, if people are motivated by fear or they're moved by fear, you're probably going to make a bad decision. You're going to want to hold on to your money. You're not going to want to invest it because you're scared you're going to lose it, right? But if you're coming from a place of greed, you might want to invest too much money, thinking that, well, if some is good, then a lot is great. So it's got them headlamps, like what kind of car is that? I think it's a minivan. Following distance, fool. A full car length, bud. Come on now. People know how to drive. But hey, grown 40-year-olds didn't know how to wash their hands till April. Go ahead. I'm trying to be very tactful here because I don't want to spill the tea. I don't want to clean it up. I don't want to deal with the mess. But I also don't want to deal with messy, scarcity-minded individuals. And man, this hits close to home. This is a pet peeve of mine. When I see people operating out of fear and greed and scarcity, it really grinds my gears. So let me give you an example, okay? My wife has a business, side business, right? Typically, when it comes to people that you know personally, you typically get two types of supporters. You get those that say, hey, I want to support you. What do you charge? I'm going to give you that and then some. I'll give you a tip, a gratuity, something extra. Help you get started on your business venture. Right? And then the other kind is the hook a brother up. Right? Well, hey, we're family, we're friends, we're buds. You should give me a discount so I pay cheaper than what the general public pays. And I get it. I understand the place where that comes from. You know, I think we've all, as young adults, as children, have experienced, say, going somewhere where your buddy works, and they're like, hey, it's cool, I can let you in. But those situations, you're merely an agent of another person's business. You're a representative. So really, you're stealing from the owner of the company and giving your people access to the owner's stuff. So that's different. Karmically, ethically, you be the judge. That's not for me to judge, right? I would never, I don't like saying never, always, whatever, but I'm sure there's exceptions. But as an adult, as I feel now, I would never steal from an individual knowingly. A corporation, a certain type of large corporation, the type that would be bailed out by the government, those type of corporations, fuck them. And I would not have any ethical qualms stealing from them. Hypothetically, allegedly, in a vacuum. Again, it's an illustration. And there's a lot there, diffusion of responsibilities. It's a nameless, faceless. Never do that with mom and pop. And I'm talking about my younger days, when I was a minor. Never would do any of this as an adult, as a father. Jeez. What am I, nuts? The great philosopher Nasir Jones, or if you know him as the rapper, the prolific hip-hop artist, warrior poet, Nas. He's got a lyric in one of his songs. Is it Do-Rags? I believe it was on a Lost Tapes circa 2002. And he said something. It's been playing in my head for years. He said paper money was the death of Christ. And I want to know what that means. I think it's something to do with the gold standard. Fiat. I don't know. But he's got another one. Y'all got to look into Nas. I have a theory about Nas. I think he's top 5 hip-hop, top 5 MCs that are alive. Why he's not more active, more prolific, more in your face. I have some theories about that. I'll get into that another time. But I think he didn't want to play ball. I think he didn't want to go along with what the industry wanted him to do. Anyway, one of my favorite Nas collaborations, he's got a song with Scarface. It's called In Between Us. I would call it a melancholy song. I would call it a real song. But he says something like, it's always your own people. It's always your own people. It's always your own people. The beautiful thing about art, it's always up for interpretation. It's not math. It's not, there's only one right answer. It's not like that. Art can be interpreted. So what does that mean to you? It's always your own people. This was a negative connotation. Like, who does you dirty? Who's the most likely to take advantage of you? Your own people. What? Your family? Your friends? Your kind? Right? Others that share your culture, that share your ethnicity, share your race. What did he mean by that? Why does it ring so true to me right now? Is the question. I think as someone who strives to maintain a mindset of abundance, because I feel like there's always room for improvement. That's a motto of mine. There's always room for improvement. But I feel like I do operate at a baseline. That's my normal state, is abundance. If I miss something, it's all good. It wasn't meant for me. It'll be back. Right? There's plenty of fish in the sea. Just because you don't catch one at this moment, with this lure, with this bait, it doesn't mean you're not eating tonight. You just got to try again. Right? And this is a true statement as far as, we'll say, employment, opportunities, and partnerships. We'll say that. Every time that I have lost one or forfeited one, every time without exception, it was for the better. And I think that is something that only somebody with a mindset of abundance could fathom, could understand, could accept, could manifest. Right? It's kind of like, let's say you are a server, you wait tables for a living, and you get, what's a chain? You get fired from Applebee's, right? Someone with a scarcity mindset would be like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna pay my bills? Oh my gosh, do I need to get on unemployment? Do I need to go get another job? Will they take me back? I can never work in another Applebee's. Well, what other companies does Applebee's own? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Somebody in the mind state of abundance might react a little differently and feel like, all right, done with Applebee's, time to move on up. I guarantee you the next serving job will be better location, better, more wealthier clientele, right? You can make more money, working less. Isn't that beautiful, right? So I don't know about if this works like wishes. Like you shouldn't say it out loud or else it won't come true when you blow out your candle. If you're superstitious or if you're just stupid vicious. Oh, do I need to start freestyling? Is it that time already? But my challenge to you, my friends, manifest something. Get out of scarcity, get into abundance, and start manifesting. Mantras, what? When you repeat something, affirmations, those work. Put some positive things on your mirror or somewhere where you will see it, and you say those things to yourself. Something like, I'm trying to think of one that Tony Robbins would suggest. You know, you look yourself in the mirror, you say, I am great. I am going to accomplish great things. Money comes to me easily. It flows freely through me. I'm going to be a help to others. I'm going to make a positive impact today, and I'm going to be great. That's an example of an affirmation that you can say in the morning to get yourself going. I've had people tell me like, man, you just attract money. You've always had a knack for making money. natural to me. It's become part of me. I've internalized it. And I could do so much better. I am nobody's guru, right? I can help you figure out you just by being that mirror, that foil, that critical voice, lend some insight. I do a lot of free consulting. Business consulting, life coaching, crisis management, problem solving, a lot. And I love it. It gives me life. I don't charge enough for it. A lot of times I don't charge at all. You know why? Because I'm dealing with scarcity-minded people. And if I said, hey, I'm going to fix your problem, but you got to pay me, they're going to be like, I'll fix it myself. That's what they would do, right? I don't think that's the right way to look at it. I've paid for many of things that I could have done myself because I knew I would save time. I knew that I would get the money back. I knew that it would come back to me. And now I'm talking to you, black people. I'm talking to us, black people. I'm talking to the melanated man that is engaging in commerce in 2020. I am talking to us. What I would like to see, what would bring me joy, is to, first of all, operate from a place of gratitude, kill the attitude, and gamify your own positive karma. What do I mean by that? I think to oversimplify the way that we do capitalism in this country, a very vulgar way and simple way of stating it is to be a successful capitalist. What you must do is fuck over as many people as possible whilst not allowing yourself to be fucked over. Let that sink in. Patrice O'Neal said something similar about being an entertainer. But I don't like that. I do not want to operate that way. I reject that. So when I say gamify your good karma, I think it should be a game of outgiving. I want to give to you. I want to bless you. I want to give you more than you expected. That makes me feel good, selfishly. Hopefully that makes you feel good as a recipient. A lot of people have a hard time receiving gifts. Fix that. You're robbing the giver of the joy of giving. Fix that. Right? I think things would go so much better for everyone if we tried to be more generous, understanding how abundance works. I'm not a churchgoer, but I am a studier of principles. And there are some things, like the 80-20 rule, that seem to be more or less universal. The concept of tithing in the Bible, right? Giving 10% of your earnings to God, to the church, to charity, what have you. And when you do that, you get it back tenfold. That seems to ring true. That seems to be the case. So the more you give, the more you get back. And I suppose that would take some faith, especially if you're not used to it. Especially if you're operating from a place of scarcity. I get it. But let's work on it. Let's do better. I'm going to challenge you. You're going to challenge me. I was watching the Dark Horse podcast, as I do every Tuesday and Saturday, 12:30 Pacific time. Shout out to Dr. Brett Weinstein and Dr. Heather Hine. Awesome. they say? What did they say about this subject specifically? It's about giving. It's talking about crap. Really? Man, I've been so good about not losing a thought. Don't lose the thoughts. I forgot, y'all. Dadgummit. I want you to go first, pimpin'. I know it's on me. I know. But I wasn't in the mood to go. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. All right, y'all. I lost my momentum, so sorry about that. Who cut my music off? Who cut my music off? Where my music? All right, you ready? All right, we're going home, y'all. That's it. It's the end of the day. Talking about gratitude, righteousness. Where you lay? What you gonna give and who you gonna give it to and why you gonna give it to? Is it past curfew? This is no way to live. Always calculating. I just go off of my feeling, off of my gut, off of instinct, and I never tell you what. Never be discerning in your dealings. Never be dishonest to your feelings. Treat others like you want to be treated, and I'm just retreating back into myself, the higher point of my being. Resonate, vibrate. I'm usually gonna be late, but the early bird catches the worm, so they say. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, a.m., p.m. I'ma stop at the store and get some light beer because it's gonna be a long night here. People's running red lights everywhere. I've been trying to explain to y'all. Y'all got scarcity mindset with time. Think that you're gonna be late. Why? You ever see someone speeding and then they catch up to you at the red light and you're like, what's she doing? Stressing out for nothing. Probably messing up your transmission and getting bad gas mileage. MPGs, you can't see me like George Clinton and Tupac Shakur. This right here is Batman. Shout out to Batman. Go subscribe. Batman with a V. B-V-T-M-A-N. He said that he just got monetized. Woo! Congrats, bro. I'm excited for you. That means you're making money every time I stream your song. That's freaking amazing. See what I'm saying? It's not like, if he's making money, then I'm making less. No. We can all make money together and be blessed. So go subscribe to that, homie. Please. Can you do that for me? Will you do that for me? As a personal favor, go subscribe to Batman's channel and stream a few of his songs. Can you do that? So he can make some money? We're stronger together, people. We're stronger together. We really got to start practicing group economics with our money, with our resources, with our gifts and talents, with our time, with our energy. It's necessary. It's Mando. You feel me? If you got extra underwear, don't let your bro go commando. It's Freestyle Fresh. It's the VlogKast Daily. Remember, give your body the things that it needs to fight the disease. I'm out.